against one of their limbs or both of their limbs. Okay, so that's kind of the thought behind passing from standing. And so with that in mind, you've got to keep a few ideas at the forefront of your mind. So when you're passing from standing, a lot of times if you forget one of these steps that I'm going to go over, you're going to either lose your pass or you're not going to be in a solid position if you make the pass, and they're going to be able to regain their guard. Okay. So first thing, if you're in closed guard, first thing you got to do to pass their guard is open their guard, right? So that's the first thing. So we're actually not going to start from our knees, and we're not going to go over ways to break open the guard because there's a lot. Okay, so that's the first step. Okay, second step, you got to control something, right? And why not start at their knees? Okay. So we're going to start at their knees. You got to control their knees, then their hips is number 3 or 4, and then you solidify your pass. So number 2 is control the knees, 3 is pass, 4 is control the hips, and 5 is solidify your position by controlling throughout the body somehow. Okay. So we're going to go over the passes. From here, we're going to start grabbing on the inside of the knees, and your stance, you should be bladed. Okay, so if you approach a guard, don't approach like this, because you're going to get swept. It's not going to be fun. You're going to lose everything. So you're going to approach at an angle, preferably like a lead leg. Okay, and then also, what I would recommend doing is keeping your front elbow on your lead leg. Okay, from here. Because if I'm like this, he can put his foot in my hip. He can go around like that. He can put his foot on my hip and push me away. It makes it hard for me to get my pressure in where I need it because he can push me away. Okay, and he has sweep speeds up there. So if I start with my lead leg and my elbow's glued there, it's going to be hard for him to get into my hip. Okay, and if he swims, if I get my grip, he swims over. It's advantageous to me. Okay, so you're going to start at an angle. Down here. Okay. Now the first pass we went over, and that we're going to go over, is called the barrel pass. But you might know it as like the bullfighter pass, the Toreando pass. And footwork is really important in these passes. Okay. You don't want to be just like, and stumble. You want to be quick and efficient and get to where you want to go. Okay. So the barrel is different from like pushing and pulling, is you're going to go from side to side. Its hips are going to roll kind of like a barrel. Okay? So from here, you're going to kind of rock him side to side, maybe force him this way. He's going to react by coming back square. Okay? And go again. He reacts by going square. You're going to go with his, I'm going to go the other way. So I go this way and you push the other way. So you're going to go with it. Push with your arms. You take a step out with your leg. This leg comes out, and you want to put your foot right next to his hip. Okay? So you're going to end up like this. You're not going to let go of your grips, but I'm just showing you where you want to put your foot. And finish here. Turn your knee. And you don't let go grow your grips until you need a belly. Get your underhook and go for your side control, or just go into side control from there. Okay. Now, you can also do a reverse knee to belly from there too. So if I go this way, he reacts and pushes against me. I push, step, and maybe I'm going, but like he's kind of blocking with my knees, and he's kind of there. You can usually take your other foot, face the other way. So hold on here, and then from here, you can, there's things you can do from reverse knee to belly, but you can, obviously you can let go. I would let go near side first, because if I melt down, if I sit like this, and he tries to replace his knee, it's going to be hard if I'm pushing his other leg away. Like that. He can try as hard as he wants to replace with his bottom knee. If I keep his other leg away, he can't down into kind of reverse sit. Okay? So that's the first pass we're going to go over. It's just the barrel. And just get used to, approaching at an angle. You got to be at an angle. And you don't want to be like this, doing this kind of thing with my feet square. Okay? Be at an angle. Go side to side. Okay, because you're going to pick a side. And just kind of go back and forth, and when the person reacts, yeah, I feel them push this way, so I go with it. Okay? So get used to that. Just get used to going one step around. Okay? This way, one step around. Okay? And just do that back and forth. Okay, any questions on that? He was showing me that if Eddie right now, his pants are normal and he bends his knees, it's harder for me to find a grip out here than it is in here. There's pretty much always going to be some slack on the inside of these. Plus it's easier to kind of control. But here, if I want to kind of spread his knees and stuff, it's going to be kind of harder on my grip, and it's just not as structurally sound as punching my hand that way or this way. Okay? You kind of just have a little bit better control that way. Plus, there's pretty much always going to be fabric that you're grabbing. Okay? So, with the barrel pass, we did side to side. Now, we have the push and pull pass. So you can always push or you can pull. Okay? And you don't want to be blatant about it. You don't want to necessarily just sit there and push and do that kind of thing, because they're going to resist. And you don't want to really give away your intentions all the time. So, push and pull. So you can set up. You can start pulling his legs. He pulls them back, and you push. Same thing. And then push him off to the side. Same thing with push. If I'm pushing his knees, he pushes back against me. I pull him off to the side. And do the same steps. Okay. So now you have side to side and forward, back, forward. Okay, that's just an add-on. We're not going to consider that next technique. So the next one is called. What is it, rudder?
In series? 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, what's the rudder one called? Squat and rudder. There we go.
I thought it was a tripod.
Squat and rudder. Okay.
Oh, we're doing squat and rudder?
Okay. So you get the grips, and you notice that his feet are to the inside. Okay. So you get your grips, and you squat over them. Okay. And you make a butterfly garden. Okay. So that's the squat part. Rudder part is what you do with your elbow. So I'm going to pick my right elbow. You're going to open it and put it in front of his knee. Basically, you have this grip, open your arm, put it in front of his knee. Now, you're going to put your shoulder right in his stomach. Okay. Now this pass, you need to put a lot of weight in your shoulder. Okay. So you do the rudder, boom, your shoulder comes right into his stomach. From here, you're going to do a back step. Okay. So my other leg is going to step big and step behind me. As I step back, I'm going to push his leg underneath me. Okay? So boom, I squat. Got my grips. I rudder. Shoulder. Back step, push. Okay? Now from here, here's one thing I like to tell people is, as I'm pushing here, come over here, guys. Everybody over here, just a second. Right now, I might look a little weird because I'm not putting my weight on Eddie. I don't want to drive my shoulder into him this whole time. But ideally, normally my weight would be up and I'm on my shoulder. But I like to tell people, once you're here, a lot of people, they just switch their base and they just switch their base and they come into side control. And I kind of feel like it's a little bit more efficient to, when you switch your base, instead of just squaring up, put your knee underneath their near side leg. So that way you have control and you get your knee underneath their butt, and it's going to make it really hard for them to try to pull their guard again. Okay? So as you do that back step, you're going to land like this. Boom. You need to put your knee. I can put my knee right underneath there and still hold on to the far side. Because if they do manage to kind of squirm, and get their leg, you just push it away. And then you can solidify. See how my knee's underneath? Solidify, you're going to control his hips, right? Knees, hips, then you work your way up, shoulders. Okay? So, again, you're here, he's got his guard up. Squat over his legs. Okay? I'm on my knees. I rudder. Open my elbow. Up over his knee. Put my shoulder down. I'll take a big back step as I push his leg through. Top leg comes underneath. I can let go there now because it's pretty solid. There, my knees underneath. And then from here, I can work on controlling his upper body, push him away, get my side control. So, if you have any questions on that?
Are you going over the knee or and then pushing it through after you're over it?
It's the same. It's like a same time type of thing. This is gonna be hard. Wait. And once you're here, it's gonna be the same time. So your hip turns as your hip turns. You just need to get it by enough so your hip is past. Okay, so once my hip is past, from here, lay stick the top knee underneath, and from here, control, get your cross face. You know, if you start swimming away and bridging into him, you can push his leg away. Get your knee underneath his butt. Get your grip, and then hip to hip. Okay? Questions on that? You need to put all your weight. Don't be afraid to, once you do that rudder and you put your shoulder, all your weight goes into your shoulder. As you back step and punch that leg through. Okay? And then as you come, you square up, your top knee underneath the butt. Then you can let go of your near side leg, but I like to keep a hold of the far side leg. Come under the head, push away if you have to, and get your side control. Okay? Questions? Okay, let's give that a shot.